2015 was the final year of Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon's career, and today we're going to look at some of the top 10 paint schemes that he ran in 2015 in that final year. These are my top 10 paint schemes for Jeff Gordon in his retirement year. Tell me what you think in the comments. It's obviously an opinion video, so I would love to know what you guys think in the comments, what your favorites are. And if you would like to discuss some of them, feel free to. Be fun to talk about. But we're going to get into the top 10 Jeff Gordon paint schemes of 2015. Let's do it. At number 10, this was run at Pocono in June of 2015, the Penn State Exalta Chevrolet. This is Jeff Gordon didn't run. He ran over 10 paint schemes, so obviously. But this one was all right. I like the black at the back of the car. That kind of makes it. I don't know what else to say, but the blue and black kind of clash well, I think. The middle of the car is kind of like a wavy kind of feel, but it doesn't really feel like Penn State much. The blue, I guess, but if for a Penn State car, I would have wanted to feel a little bit more of a Penn State, like a Navy, some type of Nittany Lion, I don't know, but that's our number 10. Moving on to number 9. At number 9, we have his regular drive-to-end Hunger paint scheme. As you can see, a nice, dark red, black. I kind of like the mixture of it. I don't think it was as good as the 2014 car. I think his 2014 was his best drive-to-end Hunger, in my opinion. 2015 was all right. The hood was it seemed like a little much with I understand what they were trying to do, but it just didn't look as much as a D and an E combined as 2014. 2014's engine hood was pretty neat. But this one, it's still all right, but I don't think it was as good as they could have done. But still an all right paint scheme for Jeff Gordon. Now, this one's an interesting one. It was only run once, but it was run in Kansas. It was just like the Pocono one, only run once, but run at Kansas, the Red Cross one. I think this is an underrated scheme for Gordon. I like it, but the ones in front of it were hard to beat, in my opinion. This is one, so I have a collection of Jeff Gordon's 2015 diecast. I have 8 or 9, I think, and this is one that I really want to find. So if you know a place to find one, tell me in the comments, please, because I really want to collect this one. But what I like about it, I like the majority black because it was a night race, so it looked good in the dark. And I like the little red in the middle on his number, and then also on the front of the car for the Red Cross, obviously. But yeah, it wasn't like a flashy paint scheme, but at the same time, it wasn't a really boring paint scheme. The little touch of red kind of just throws something in there that, just makes it not too much, but not too little. So that's what I liked about it, and that's why it's at number 8. At number 7, we had the Panasonic paint scheme. Interesting story. This little burnout was in downtown Dallas. Jeff Gordon had this thing going on. I can make a separate video about it, but I was there. It was pretty neat. But so I like the Panasonic scheme personally because honestly, when you look at it, it's just it's a very unique scheme. It's like blue. So on the track, it looked very similar to a Dale Earnhardt Jr. car, but I like it because it's a blue car. That's a nice touch. But the white at the bottom of the detail with the logo, if you look very closely at the number, you can see the Panasonic logo all over the place, kind of just some small details like that I really liked about it. But yeah, it was a pretty good paint scheme. One of the rare ones he would use. He ran it a couple times in 2015, a couple times in 2014. But I really liked it because obviously, as I said, the blue, but also the specific detail, the little black stripe there above the number, and then obviously the little tiny logos in the background that you can barely see. So that was pretty neat in my opinion, so I really like the Panasonic scheme. At number 6, we have the Jeff Gordon 789th start at New Hampshire, which set the record for most consecutive starts in NASCAR history. I like this one more than the original Drive-Down Hunger. Just, I don't know why, but the white on the hood looks pretty solid. I know it's like a bunch of names and stuff, and it's a bunch of random white text, but I don't know why. I just like it better. I think it pops more, but it looks better. But everything else pretty similar to the other Drive-Down Hunger. The roof of the car with the red 3 stripes and the black, and then the sides of the car being that dark red. And other than that, it's pretty much similar. I don't know why. I just like the white much better on the hood than I did of the original scheme. But Also needing to collect this one as well on the diecast collection for Jeff Gordon. Now, I considered putting this higher just because the sentimental value of it. Obviously, as you can see here, the AARP Member Advantages car, very sentimental to me and every other Jeff Gordon fan because it was the car that he won his last career race in. But yeah, big deal for him. Get that last win in this car. But I do like it. I like how it's black at the front of the car, the front of the hood, first half of the hood, majority of the hood, honestly. And it slowly turns into that dark red that we've seen on other cars. So I like that it's not like the Drive to End Hunger, the original car, how it's like all mixed in. I like how it's like a smooth transition from the black into that darker red. And then obviously I think the chase, the yellow from the chase gives it a nice little pop. That along with the number, obviously. But that is my number 5. Number 4, these top 4, these are really good. These just scream Jeff Gordon. Now, you guys know where this is going, but Jeff Gordon's Axalta car, the Flames, the Jeff Gordon standard Flames. But that's kind of his thing, the rainbow car and the Flames. So they're both on this list, but number 4 is the just regular Axalta car. Very, very nice looking car. You got the orange and yellow flames, which is really nice. A lot of neon. It's like all these neon flames. Such a bright car, but at the same time, it's a dark car because you got the black and throughout the middle of the car, the big white logo. The top of the car, even. Just look at the top. You got just like the car itself, except it's opposite. On the outside, you got the black. In the middle, you got the bright numbers, the flame. But I really like this car. It's just an awesome car. The flames on the outside of the car, the sides are so bright and they're just screaming, hey, look at me, the flames, I'm on fire. And then the middle's kind of just like a darker, like more, ooh, I don't know how else to say it, but these top 3 I'm really looking forward to talking about. Now, this one might surprise you a little bit that I put this over the Axalta. But this Pepsi car in 2015, I think, was very underrated. I mean, if you look at it, it's a pretty fine blue. It's a very nice-looking blue. It's reflecting. I'll show you some night pictures, obviously, because it was run at the night race at Phoenix. But, man, this is a nice-looking car. The blue, and then obviously, just look at the flames. I mean, the flames just look cool. Like, it just is like, it's like Jeff Gordon and Pepsi mixed. Obviously, they were together forever. But yeah, just the mixture of the flames and the really cool blue. I just love that mixture. Just the flames really just get it for me. The light outside the flames, the lighter blue, along with the darker blue, that just did something for me. And the Pepsi logo, obviously, with it, that's pretty neat with the red to give it a little something else. But man, I just really like this Pepsi car, the way the blue flames work. And just the shade of blue. I just really like that shade of blue, along with the Neon 24 numbers, which he is very well known for. But yeah, that's a very nice car. Number 2 and number 1, these are really good as well. These might be on an all-time Jeff Gordon paint schemes list, but you might be surprised at my number 1. At number 2, yeah, that's right, the Rainbow Throwback Scheme. You're probably like, what could be at number 1? We'll discuss that later. But number 2, obviously, this was run last year again as a throwback with William Byron at Darlington, but for Jeff Gordon to run this in his final season again after this is the car that started his career, the car that shot him into greatness, I guess, but what he's very well known for, that rainbow car. For him to run it again, I'm sure was awesome for him. But yeah, a lot of sentimental pick behind this one, and it just looks nice. Like, it just looks really nice. It's a bright car, obviously. The blue is a very nice shade of blue. Even, like, the rainbow part. Like, the yellow and the green are very, very distinct. Even the back, like, the red, orange-ish kind of thing. It looks very nice. But a very nice car. One of my all-time favorites for Gordon, probably. Which leads us to number 1. At number 1, we have the finale car. His final race. The final car he ever raced in. This thing was legit. It was shown a few weeks before the finale. It was during the beginning of the playoffs. And it was a car that we all saw and we're like, man, we want to see at the track. But at the same time, we were like, dang it, I don't want to see that at the track because I don't want to see him finish. But it was awesome that he was racing for a championship in the car. As you can see, the yellow, because he was in the playoffs still in Homestead. But this car is just, oh, man. It's 10 out of 10 for me. A lot of these cars are 10 out of 10, but the silver, like the gray silver, like it's different from the regular Axalta. You got the gray silver, then you got the black Axalta logo instead of a white one like on the black Axalta car. And then also you have the red flame, or the orangish, yellowish flame still, which are much shown still. And then on the back, it slowly turns into a back on the, what's that thing called? Under the spoiler, whatever. I can't remember what that thing's called right now, but it's just really cool. I love this car. It looks so cool. I mean, I can't even describe, like, I just kind of describe my best, or try my best to describe it, but you got the Neon 24, you got the gray, which I just love the gray. There's something about the gray that's just like, woo! But, man, it's awesome. So that's pretty neat. But that's it. That's my top 10 Jeff Gordon list from his top 10 paint schemes from 2015. And, man, that was awesome. So that was fun for me personally as a huge Jeff Gordon fan to relive some of those cool memories in 2015 as his retirement year, and just to look through some of his paint schemes, just to think back upon it. But, yeah, thanks for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. But, yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching.